Hey guys, this is Jasmine Patel, and I am the host of From Me to We with Jasmine Patel.
Started with a dream and a microphone, one heart reaching out, never alone. Stories unfolding, voices collide, truth and kindness on the same side. Every me becomes a we, when the soul speaks fearlessly. We rise together, hand in hand, building bridges across the land. From me to we, the world starts to see the light we share, the change we can be. With Jasmine Patel, our spirits ignite, turning every shadow into shining light. From me to we, oh, that's destiny. A voice for the world, a call to unity.
Hey guys, I'm Jasmine Patel, and I welcome you back to the 41st episode on From Me to We with Jasmine Patel. And today we are with another yet amazing guest. But before I reveal him, I do want to give him a shout out because, all right. Yeah, he's got like 167,000 followers on Facebook, and that's like really impressive. But here's the thing. Here's what sets out this guest from other famous people like Rehan, Alawala, Kazim Ali Shah, and all those other people. You know, he is an amazing human being. Like, I feel like I can message him anytime. He gets back to me. He's very nice. He's very friendly. Like these people can learn a lot from this specific guest. So, anyways, I've been friends with him on Facebook since I think 2021. So he's one of my original friends and everything. So, enough talking. I'm gonna bring him on. So let's give a warm welcome to the one and only Moazzam Ali. Hey, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jasmine, for such wonderful and generous introduction. And congratulations on having a series of wonderful programs. I believe it's your 42nd program, if I'm not wrong. So
41st.
I think you are doing a great job. Wonderful.
Thank you.
41st, wonderful.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
thank you very much for having me, and I'm very happy, glad to be in your program.
Thanks. So, before we get started here, can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, why not? So I'm an ordinary human being, and I have a professional side. I have a philanthropy side. So as a professional, I'm working with the Ravi Urban Development Authority, Lahore. It's a mega project of the government of the Punjab. And apart from that, I work on some philanthropy work on the youth counseling and career coaching, um, regarding to be ready for market, for the market. And again, I love working out. I'm also a fitness freak, and I try to add value to the lives of the people. So this is a very small introduction, crisp introduction of what I do, and I believe that you have drafted wonderful questions, so that would further unfold my personality and my journey with the people.
Awesome. Awesome. So, let's get started with the first question. Can you tell us a little about your role as Deputy Director at RUDA and what a typical day looks like for you?
Okay, so I am currently working as Deputy Director for Special Initiatives, CSR, and Diversity. So my basic role is very much diverse. So if there is any special initiative for the well-being of people of a specific area, or the area that is falling under our jurisdiction, because we have to build and we have to establish a new city. So as I believe you have visited Lahore, So we
Mm-hmm.
have to establish a new Lahore. The new city would be called as Ravi City. So it's a kind of a riverfront city where we are also doing some development work. We are giving approvals to the new societies, the ecosystem that is being built there, and at the same time we are also doing the river training works. So we have to give Ravi River back to the city. So my day is quite busy. So I have a lot of projects on my plate, so I have to follow up certain things. We have to uplift education in such backward areas. We have to uplift the villages that comes under our jurisdiction. We have to make sure that the women and the girls are empowered in our area and jurisdiction. So there is a lot on my plate. So it's a busy day where I'm writing emails to people. It's a busy day where I'm coordinating. I'm doing the site visit. I am reaching out to people and a lot of stuff, meetings, back-to-back meetings. Sometimes I have to visit people for outreaching. Sometimes people visit me. So I think it's a hustle bustle and a busy routine that I enjoy the most about my day.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell me, what inspired you to get involved in the Village Uplift program?
Wow. So that's a good question. As per the vision of our chief minister, she has undertaken all the villages that comes under Lahore and that comes under the new Ravi city. She will make sure that the facilities that are available to the city people, to the metropolitan city, they should be available to the marginalized community at the same time. So what we do is that we focus the areas where the schools are not available. We focus the area where the girls are not getting any skills, or they are not earning anything, or they are not getting educated, or for example they are beyond the age of teaching, like the women. So what we do is that we establish schools over there with the involvement of local authorities. We also empower them by establishing vocational and polytechnical institutions to empower women. We try to uplift the health facilities over there by providing them with the dispensaries and the first aid or the medical camps. We make sure that the kettles or the livestock is well managed, and the people should be aware of what is going on, what diseases could get to, because their source of income is those livestock like the dairy or the meat. So we try to educate them. We try to make sure that they also live a competitive life as the city people do. And we
Hmm.
also we also struggle that because we have identified the United Nations sustainable development goals. Out of those, education is our priority, health is our priority, women empowerment, uh, clean drinking water, sanitation, and a lot more. So we have picked a model village, and we will be replicating this program into other villages at the same time. So whatever the best we can do for the community, we will keep on doing that. And once people will see that we are doing something substantial, this model will be replicated by donors, and this model will be replicated by other people as well. So
Thank
yeah.
you, thank you, thank you for sharing. That's amazing. So next question
Yeah.
for you is, how did you get started with career coaching, and what do you enjoy most about it?
So that's a interesting one and very close to my heart. When I graduated in year 2007. So I was as a raw student as you can imagine. I didn't have the communication skills. I didn't have the knowledge on how to carry myself, and how to dress, what should be the professional dressing attire, what is being looked at in a candidate when a candidate is appearing in a job interview, or how a professional is seen when he or she is working in a professional environment. So I've learned this the hard way, by spending almost 20 years in the market. And the things that I learned, I consider that if they remains or they are just limited to myself, and I'm not sharing and I'm not spreading this knowledge to the people, to the youth who needs it the most, so that knowledge will get wasted. So in 2013, 2014, when I was preparing for my interviews, my job interviews, I actually started teaching people, teaching fresh graduates about I was preparing them for job interview. For example, if in my social circle or in my professional circle, if there is anyone who is like appearing for a job interview, so what I usually do, I I adopt that person. I talk to the person. I prepare the person for the possibly asked interview questions about the body language, about how to behave, how to speak, how to pause, like how should be the communication skills during the job interview, what are the expectations. So when I started doing that, after a couple of months, because when I was preparing others, I was also getting prepared. My skills were also getting polished. I had to research and I was finding new things, I was learning new things, I was learning new techniques. So when I started uh, like telling this to people, I had multiple sessions in the universities, colleges, and individual one to one. So after a certain time, I started receiving calls and messages that, sir, I got a job because of your preparation. I got a job in this organization. I got my dream job. And because of you, I was able to grab this opportunity. It was much needed. I had a lot of responsibilities. So that success story, when it was shared with me, it made me very happy. So that I thought that if I can transform the life of somebody, or if the people or the youths or the fresh graduates who don't have the facility of specialized coaching or career counselors, so if they get it free of cost, just as giving back to the society, and the satisfaction I received from those students, that was exceptional. So that made me polish my skills. I try to learn things that are going on in the market, and I keep on doing that. So whatever followership that you see on the social media, it's because of the fact that I try to help people free of cost who do not have such facilities in the small cities. So I train them, I coach them, and I help them in achieving their dream job, or at least a job where they can get settled and move on to their next target. So that
Oh,
satisfaction is the motivation factor.
oh wow, that's amazing. So tell me, what advice would you give to fresh graduates trying to build their professional profiles?
Fine. So I'm at this point in time, I I will divide this question's answer into two parts, because in Canada or in USA, the students are very well equipped with professional knowledge, with communication skills, because their English or French is exceptional, very good, and they are pretty well dressed. They know how to manage and carry themselves during a job interview. So communication is not a problem in USA or Canada. But
Mm-hmm.
In Pakistan, where the language, we are not English native speakers. So our language is Urdu or Punjabi. So when the students have to appear in the job interview, and when they are trying to express themselves, and their English communication skills is not good or as better as like according to the standards, so they are not, I mean, there are a lot of potential students, there are a lot of very wise or like very good scoring students, but if they are not prepared for how to appear in the job interview, or they are, if their social profiles are not built, or if they don't have that aura, so they get rejected, and they keep on getting rejected from the opportunities. So my advice or my perspective on this would be that the students or whoever is listening avail the 4 years or 3 years or 5 years of your education right after the high school in the best possible way. Polish your capabilities, like whatever degree, whatever course you are studying, make sure that you are a pro, you are an expert in that particular field. Number one, that is the most important thing. Like, for example, if you're a lawyer, you should know your subject. If you are an engineer, you should know your subject. If you are a doctor, you must be an excellent doctor, or try for excellence. So that is the first basic and foremost thing. And then comes the communication skills. Number one, very important. Try to polish that, and see how to answer questions when it is being asked, how to express your projects, how to express your ideas in front of people one to one, in meetings or in larger groups. So the communication is number one key. Then again, you should be prepared for the market, to become more professional, to adopt professionalism in a way that you should be punctual, you should be serious about your career, you should focus on productivity, you should know how to network. Like your title is Jasmine Networking Wally. So people should know how to network, how to get benefit out of networking, and how to invest in relationships so that you get the benefit, professional benefits, when you proceed with your career. And then comes this digital and the social profiles. Understand that how social media responds, how your Facebook profile can help you, what sort of posts that you post on the social media that represents you as a good quality professional, what sort of LinkedIn profile you should have, how you should optimize your LinkedIn profile to be noticed by the recruiters. For example, I always teach people that the LinkedIn profile is kind of your professional identity. So you have to optimize it starting from the URL. You have to customize your URL for LinkedIn, your profile picture, your banner, your about statement, your LinkedIn heading, your work experience. They all should be synchronized, professionally written, having the right keywords. So when your digital presence is very much professional, you are good at your subject, you have good communication skills, you know how to manage yourself, how to carry yourself, how to know body language. So as a package, when you get out in the market, you become more desirable. It is as similar as that whenever you go for shopping, you prefer buying from a shop which is well lit, the staff is having good uniform, the staff is well groomed, there are facilities, electronic systems there, scanners, and everything, good customer service. You will never prefer buying from a shop which has broken glasses, dim lights, and untidy professionals sitting over there. So I can relate it to something that as a professional, you should be well lit, well decorated, having all the ingredients, all the requisites filled in yourself so that people should desire to hire you. So that is the bottom line. And I believe that whoever is listening to this program, whoever is listening, the best key is to do the right research, and at the same time make sure that you become valuable and productive for your organization and the people around you. So that's my advice to the people.
Wow, that's amazing. So, I got a surprise for you. We're going to switch gears because we're nearing the
Okay.
20-minute mark. So,
Okay.
to my audience members, if you're regular viewers of my show, you know full well that after I ask the guests their questions, I tend to do something different than that most people don't do. So I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna switch places. He's gonna become the host of the show. I'm gonna become the guest, and he can wait. He can answer. He can ask me anything that he wants to, or whatever. So here's the microphone. Take it
Okay.
away.
Wow. Wow. You've turned the tables
Yes,
so
I
quickly. So Jasmine,
have.
so so
Hmm.
so Jasmine, so Jasmine, So tell me or tell the audience from Pakistan that if they want to come to Canada for jobs or for the professions which are high in demand, but they are not finding people from Canada. So is there any skill or is there any area which you consider that the people could come from Pakistan and serve in Canada? Yeah, so that's my question.
Uh,
A
I
tricky
don't
one.
have. Yeah, it's tricky because I don't know anything about that, but I do have a suggestion. Download ChatGPT on your phone and ask that question, and it should be able to answer that for you.
Excellent, excellent. So, would do
I
you
don't.
want me to ask more questions,
I
or you
don't know
want
that.
or you want to turn the tables again back to the
I
normal?
I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna switch it back. Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
So
All right.
I think there are two more questions, I believe.
One more, actually. One
Okay,
more.
okay. I'm ready.
What motivates you to give back and support others in their professional growth?
Uh, uh, yeah. So there are times when you can't expect in return something from the people who are actually struggling with their own circumstances. So I've dealt with people who are difficult in a very difficult manner. They are making their ends meet. I have seen families, I have seen students who belong to a very humble background and they do not have the money. And after graduation or after completion of their degree, they are actually struggling to get a job, but they couldn't. So when I guide them, I provide them with the help. Even this is a great help that you advise people to download Chat GPT and search it from there, so you get very good advice from. So whenever I help such people, and in return they just send me that I would like to give you prayers, I would like to give you blessings because this is the only thing I have. But since I'm successful, I was able to crack a job interview. I got this opportunity, and because of your guidance and because of other mentors or other coaches, I was able to crack this thing for my family. And now I would be able to afford my family in a better way. Or now I'm feeling more satisfied. So that feeling is out of the world, I would say, because I believe in chain reaction. Whenever you do good for people, so I always tell this to my coaches or the people whom I coach, that if you whatever you've learned from me, try to replicate this and teach at least one or two people whatever you have learned. So if I guide somebody about career or a resume, or how to optimize the LinkedIn profile, how to get benefit from Chrome extensions. So I always ask people, okay, help somebody without money, because that would come to you in like miraculous ways, that like Allah will or God will give you or reward you in a way that you could never imagine. So that keeps me going. That satisfaction from the students, that satisfaction, that smile, the messages, that actually is a source of motivation for me, and it keeps me going. It keeps me motivated to help others, to like keep on going for such chain reactions where I'm contributing something positive to the life of a person, then he should contribute to the life of that person, and this chain goes on. So this is my motivation about giving back to the community. And I think everybody has a responsibility to do. We have to identify it and we have to play our part.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. And this marks the end of the 41st episode on From Me to We with Jasmine Patel. So, Mozam, before we wrap this up, do you have any last message you want to share with my audience?
um, last message, this is always because I speak a lot. so
Yes.
so My I couldn't imagine that 25 minutes have passed by, so I think it went by a blink of eye. Anyways, so my message, my last message, that uh, always try to add value. Be the person of value to somebody, whether it is your family, whether it is your friends or social network, or whether it is your organization. Be a person of your value, because when you become useless, people part from you without saying, or maybe they upfront they say that you're not useful, or you're not of any advantage to me anymore. So try to be a man of value, try to be a woman of value to people around. And I think that would make you a desirable person, that would make you more productive, and people would love to connect and be part of your social circle. So that's
Mm,
the last message from my side.
amazing. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're
To
most
the
welcome.
people that to the people that are watching, thank you so much for watching. And Moazzam, thanks for finally giving me your time to come on to my show. I really appreciate
You're
it.
most welcome. You're most welcome, Jasmine.
All right,
That was
guys.
that was a long due. That was a long due, I would say, and thank you for your
Yes,
patience.
yes, over like a month. I think it was like
Yeah,
what, a month or
yeah,
something.
a month. Yeah,
See,
but here I am.
that's what patience gets you. That's what
Yeah,
patience and that's what consistency gets you.
yeah, definitely.
Yes. All right, guys. Seriously, this marks the end of today's episode. Thanks, Moazzam, for coming on as today's
You're
guest,
welcome.
and stay tuned for the 42nd episode on From Me to We with Jasmine Patel with yet another amazing guest. Jasmine
Thank you.
Networking Wally, signing out.